When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Indiana's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So the Michigan Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that.
Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Michigan. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Dances away.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Grab behind the line. It's Barker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Had to get rid of it quickly. And the misconnection on 3rd down. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And it's slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the right. He's got it. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Ball. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's a gut punch if you're the defense right there, because on that 3rd down, you just got to make one play and give yourself a chance to get off the field. But you let the quarterback get out the back door. He's able to extend the play and go pick it up with his legs.
Under fire. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. On the move, he fires. Complete downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go wrong.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Got it in the middle. It's Martin. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. On the run, it's Haynes. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. He lofted high, man deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go with a direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The inside handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
You don't oftentimes say you need to score a touchdown in the first quarter, but when you're losing 21-0 in the first, they had to score right there, and they did. Nice job by the offense, executing on the drive, punctuating it with a touchdown. Now their defense has got to finally wake up and get a stop.
He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back, gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like? Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They'll run play action. Stands in and takes the hit. Got it in stride inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Wolverines are on the move. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Graham. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to tack one more on their score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. He's got it for a big play. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. They run the reverse. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Back to pass. Quarterback adapting. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. Makes the grab inside the 30. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Wolverines are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
I like the execution by this defense. Nice job, situational football, right? Like understanding where the sticks are. You probably know they're going to pass the football on this down. Great job breaking on the football when the quarterback throws it and forcing the incompletion.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Makes one man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll keep it himself. The Hoosiers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Up-tempo for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Got it in the middle, it's gone. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bond. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. And they're able to get him down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Touchdown, Indiana! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Throwing on the run. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Hoosiers will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Starting this third quarter on the ground. He breaks a tackle, and he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Rushes on him, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes a connection. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Makes the catch. It's Hale. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Under fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Graham. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Fourth down in inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He slings it deep to the left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Buys a little time. Fires to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor must. For it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. To the air on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bond. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Catch in the middle. It's Barker. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The give to the tailback. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bond. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Hoosiers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Shows him the stiff arm.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time, playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So 1st down will open up the final period. The give to the back. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. Gives it on the option. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Grab near the marker, it's Hale. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Got it! And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to get it in. And he will score! Touchdown, Michigan! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
sends the offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal coming up. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Crosses the 30 to the 31, and yard pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Caught behind the line. It's Graham. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Give to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Wolverines lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
On the move, it's Marshall. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Dropping back, it's Carr. Gets it out fast. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
At the 41-yard line. And 1st down for the offense.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great.